Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of A Gardener's Journey Homestead. I am Barbara, and today I want to take you on a tour of the greenhouse for the April garden tour. It's the last week of April. I'm in zone 7A in Tennessee, and so I want to kind of show you, I call it the transition period, because again, we've kind of transitioning from winter to spring, all the way to summer. And so my last frost date in my area was supposed to be April the 18th. We did have a day last week that was like in the 30s at night, and then we have another one coming up this week that's going to be like 37. So I still have not planted out the majority of my stuff outside. I have started to plant some stuff inside in the greenhouse, and plus we had stuff that was already going in the greenhouse. So that's why I call it a transition, right? We have stuff from winter that's still doing well. We're starting to plant some spring stuff as well as prepare for the summer. So let's go on this garden tour for April and let's see what we have going on inside the greenhouse. Okay guys, the first place we're going to start is right in front of the greenhouse. This is the new seed starting table that we did. I linked a video, I did a video on that last week. I'll link it up above. Obviously, this is not where the table's going to be, but my husband still wants to put the wheels on the bottom, and then we'll move it in place, and eventually it'll be over there in that corner. But for now, it's right here as soon as you walk in the greenhouse. And what I've done, these are all of my seedlings that were in my house that I have now put in the greenhouse because the temperature has stabilized pretty much, except for the one cool night that's coming up. But they should be fine in the greenhouse. If it's 39 outside, it'll probably be 50 in here. But if not, we'll take them back in. But you can just see all of the plants. Those are bell peppers and herbs. I won't go through all of them, but I'll just pan so that you can see. Those are some flowers. Those are my tomatoes, bell peppers. But you can just see all of the seedlings that I've started in my house. And again, I have probably put out maybe, 50 or so seedlings. And then this is what's left. You can see most of them are doing pretty good. Some of them are still slow on the uptake, but you can kind of see how that's going on. So that's the seedlings there. And so then we'll start over here with bed number 1 on the left side when you come in. So these are the onions. These are the candy onions that I got from Dixondale Farms. I planted those, and I'll link the video to that if you want to see me planting the onions and how I did it. But I basically have 4 rows of these onions. You can see that they're sprouting up well. There's some on the shorter end there, but that is doing well. And then we'll walk over here. This bed here on the opposite side is full of lettuce. Most of it is buttercrunch or romaine. You can see this one. I'm going to harvest today so that it doesn't go to seed, because it's definitely trying to. That's some Merlot lettuce. These are some chives. You can see the chives just started to flower. That's parsley that has gone bunkers and going to seed. That's been in here for, the parsley's been in here for probably since September or so. So it's been in here a while. And the rest of this is just lettuce. This bed here is a new bed that I've started to plant. So this bed is going to be all of my flowers. I told you guys I'm going to do flowers this year. So I had mentioned before that I wanted to do flowers this year. I'm going to try my hand at cut flowers. One, because I love flowers. I love having flowers in my house. And so I thought this would be an economical way for me to have flowers in my house during the summer. And I wanted to try it and see how it goes. So this whole bed is going to be flowers. Let me turn you back around. Okay, y'all, so this is the cut flower bed. I'm going to have just cut flowers in here. So these are all flowers that I have done from seed myself. So that's a plus, and obviously more cost effective. But I have China Aster. I have Zinnias. I have Pro Cut. This is the Pro Cut Plum Sunflower here. That is Gomphrena in the back row. And then I have more Gumfrina, and then I have some Zinnias there. So you can see there's still plenty of space for me to put more flowers. And these sunflowers, like I said, are pro-cut. So that means they're only going to produce one single stem. They're not the branching tall kind that does multiple, because obviously the ones that are 8 feet long, you can't put in a vase. And they're not for cut flowers. So this kind is a cut flower kind. Okay, so this bed here is spinach, basil, and broccoli. So the spinach, y'all, I planted, if you've been watching me, I planted this like back in October or so. It wasn't doing much at all, but look at it now. It is finally growing. This is a broccoli that a friend gave me. She gave me 4 broccolis that she did from seed. She had an abundance of them. This is basil. And then this is a pepper there. More broccoli. And then back here are nasturtiums that I did from seed. So let me talk to you a little bit about this broccoli. So there's 1, there's 2. She gave me a total of 4. So one of my friends gave me some broccoli that she did from seed. She had an abundance of it, and she had kind of like double seeded to see what would germinate. And so she had them in solo cups, and there were 2 broccoli plants in each cup. And so she gave me 2 cups to take home. And so that was 4 plants, right? And so I wanted to pause and talk about the power of giving, right? So as a gardener, obviously a lot of us are growing to feed our families, to be sustainable, to be able to feed our families in a more cost-effective way as the prices in the grocery store are coming up. But also don't forget to share your excess, right? So you may be a market gardener, you may be selling your excess, which is perfectly fine. But if you're not a market gardener and you're not selling, then be okay with sharing your excess and the power of giving. Also, just think about this. She gave me 2 red solo cups with 2 plants in them each for broccoli, right? So when you give someone seeds, or when you give someone a plant, you are giving them a way to provide food for their family, right? You're giving them a way to grow something on their own. So don't just garden alone. Always, share with other people. I just wanted to say that. Next, y'all, look at this bed here. So this is the bed where I planted Yukon gold potatoes. Y'all, I left town 3 days ago. I just got back because, of course, this is one of the first things I stop and check in my garden. But y'all, when I left 3 days ago, it was this height right there. See how that one's just now coming up? That's how these were in the middle. They went bonkers in 3 days. So again, I'll link the video where I planted the Yukon gold potatoes so you can see how I did those. This is my first time doing Yukon gold potatoes, so I hope this is what they're supposed to look like. It looks good to me. Y'all tell me in the comments if this is not the way they're supposed to look. And I did 3 rows, so you can see that like over here, the rest of that row has not come up yet. And then also the rest of this row here is kind of spotty. So yeah. Next, this bed here is the bed where my sweet potatoes are gonna go. Right now I'm letting the kale hang out and just finish this thing, and then I'll get rid of it once my sweet potatoes come in. I probably won't plant the sweet potatoes until like May or so. And those are zinnias, and that's cabbage. That's been in here since, again, October. It looks like it's just now trying to head. It looks amazing. Let's just hope that it heads and it produces a great, beautiful head of cabbage. The rain just started. I can see it outside. So this is the 2 round planters. So again, this is going to be flowers in here. You see I've planted some Dusty Miller. I got rid of all the flowers, the pansies that were in there before. So everything in here is new. And everything is stuff that I did from seed except the Dusty Miller. So that's a China Aster. That is, what is this? Oh, that's Larkspur. China Aster. That's a Zinnia, and then that's Celosia. So I'm proud of that one because I did it from seed. These are all my flowers that I did except the Dusty Miller. So then over here on this one is herbs. This is going to be the herb bed. So again, there's more Dusty Miller here. There's basil. That's sage that I did. More sage that I did. Um, that is Thai basil that I did from seed. That is rosemary, and then that is cilantro. I did not do the rosemary and cilantro from seed. So that's going to be the herb. Now let's walk you down these rows. Y'all, look at my greens. So again, these are the greens that I did, the second succession that I did of greens. So remember, I had greens all over here. Remember, they went to seed. There's a video on that where I said, what happened to my greens? But remember, I had done a second sowing of seeds the last week of December, the first week of January. And look at them now. Those are kale and collard greens all the way down. All the way down. This row right here is going to be some tomatoes. So these are all tomatoes that I actually bought from a nursery that I went ahead and planted just because they were already kind of tall and established. And so they are doing well. You'll even see there's some marigolds I'm planting there. Those I did from seed. Do y'all hear that rain? I don't even know. You probably can't see it on camera. It is coming down. I'm going to have to stay in the greenhouse until it stops. But y'all look. First tomato of the season. That's one tomato. I got more coming there. And y'all know I'm doing tomatoes from seed, but they're not ready yet because most of those are going to go outside in my garden. So I'm waiting till the weather stabilizes. This is a black-eyed Susan here and here. I did that from seed. And then at the end of this row is collard greens. That's a peony that I did from seed. And then you can see that's the row of greens. Let me just give you a close-up shot. Do y'all see how big those greens are? I'm going to harvest today before they go to seed. Look at this abundance. Love, 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 love. So proud. Okay, so let me walk you over here in this corner because this is new. This is new. So I have a lemon tree, a lime tree that I got from the depot. I wanted to try it. And then here is my oregano that I did from seed. And then here is my dill that I did from seed. So this section of the greenhouse will be where the containers will go. I got just these stone slats to put them on. So I'm going to try that and see how it works. Let's walk over here to the other side of the greenhouse. Those are greens, again, from the second succession planting. And then this whole row right here is cabbage that I did from seed, except that one. That's from October. That leaves are looking good. It's just slow heading up. There's the beets. Y'all told me to leave the beets alone, so I did. I can see they're a little bigger, but they're still not full size. I'm going to let them hang out. So this whole row is cabbage until we get to the Swiss chard. Again, you guys know I planted the Swiss chard a while ago, but look at it. Striking, stunning, beautiful. I love the colors. This is rainbow chard. And I told y'all I've never had chard before. I did it because it was pretty and I wanted to try it. More because it was pretty. And then here, I wanted to ask you guys about this. So these are peppers that I had from the greenhouse last summer. And I said I was going to keep them and overwinter them. So for all my expert gardeners out there, when will I know if they're going to do something? Because if they're not going to do anything, then I want to take them up and use this space. So I've been watering them off and on, but I just started watering them down to the sun and the temperature is high. Like, am I going to start to see like a green leaf somewhere? Like, y'all talk to me about overwintered plants. How will I know if and when they're going to do something? Do they look like they're going to do something? Did I do it right? All I did was take all the leaves off and most of the branches and just left them in there. That's all I did. So please give me some comments below about overwintering, because I'm not sure how to do that and if I'm doing it right. And that's just more greens, more cabbage. Now I have noticed on my cabbage, something is eating my cabbage. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's aphids and what I can put on it. So definitely leave me some comments down below. Okay, y'all, so that's it. That is the greenhouse. Now behind the house, I promise y'all I'm gonna take y'all back behind the house one day. Right now it is a mess. I told y'all we had a building project behind my house, so it is stuff everywhere. Not the safest for me to walk with this gimbal and show you what's going on, but I'll tell you what's going on. The garlic is doing great. The onions are doing great. The strawberries are doing well. And then I have planted a few cucumbers and a few squash just as of 4 or 5 days ago. So that's all that's going on. Nothing major yet. But as soon as we can kind of get it cleaned up, I'll show you the back of the house as well. So that is pretty much it for the tour. Obviously, hopefully, by the time I do the May tour, we will have the in-ground garden space done and planted. Okay, y'all, it started to come down in a downpour, all for the sake of a good video. That's the space. I don't even know if you can hear me because the rain is coming down pretty hard. I'm gonna make a run to my car and go back in the house. I'm glad I got everything watered and done before the rain came inside the greenhouse, and we'll let Mother Nature water the outside. But thank you guys so much for joining me on this April garden tour. Y'all, summer is almost here and I cannot wait. And I just want to say thank you for all of the comments, all the suggestions. Every time I ask for a suggestion, you guys deliver. Excuse me, you deliver in the comments, and I'm so appreciative. We are on this journey together. Please, if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel. Please share it with a friend. Share with somebody who is thinking about gardening, not sure what to do, or somebody that you need to call out a garden retirement. Share it on your social media and with your friends. I would greatly appreciate it. Remember, gardening is a journey. Let's all grow together.